can't sleep. It's 2013. I'm about to become a father. The PlayStation 4 is coming out in a couple months. I think about the PlayStation 4 when I can't handle my anxiety about becoming a dad. My family has never met Coley, the baby's mom. She's due January 31st. The PlayStation 4 is due November 15th. I've got one pre-ordered. I'll be picking it up at midnight when it comes out. I try not to think about being a dad. Like all responsibilities I don't feel like facing, I use video games to distract my brain from having to deal with it. The PlayStation 4 is going to be incredible. My sister's in labor with her second son. The moment I hold him for the first time, I realize I need to tell my family about the baby's mom, and I need to end my relationship with the other woman I've been dating for 3 years. The one that my family knows. The one who isn't the mother of my child. It's 2013. The PlayStation 4 is coming out in a couple months. I still write about games occasionally, but not much. I leave my full-time, not-so-lucrative job at a small website and get a full-time, slightly more lucrative job at a bank. It's 2013 and I'm going to be a father. I need to have a real job. It's not my dream job, but it pays the bills, which my dream job never really did. It helps me pay for my PlayStation 4. It helps me pay for The Last of Us, a game about fatherhood, which I play just around the same time that I find out I'm going to be a father. I think about the PlayStation 4 when I don't want to think about work, or about being a father, or about telling my girlfriend about being a father to another woman's child, or about telling my family about being a father to another woman's child. I can't sleep. It's 2005. The Xbox 360 is coming out. Earlier this year, I proposed to Christy. She said yes. We're getting married next year. We'll be divorced 3 years after that. I'm not a good husband, and I feel awful about it. I think about video games when I feel awful about it. Sometimes I listen to music, too. Christy hates my music. I'm working at Allied, a program for people with special needs. I'm good at it. I like it. I still have a nagging feeling that I should be doing something else. It's 2010. After my divorce, I start writing. I write about the only thing I know much about, video games. I meet Jeremy, and we start a podcast. He becomes my best friend. I'm in an online community of writers on Game Informer, and I like it. I'm pretty decent. People seem to like my writing. It's encouraging. I interview Greg Kasabin, an idol of mine, about Bastion, his studio's first game. After the interview goes out, I get a compliment on Twitter from Brad Shoemaker of Giant Bomb. It's a dopamine kick like few I've ever felt. I've finally done it. I'm writing about games, and I'm happy. This is my thing. It's 2012. I'm a sex addict. I'm unemployed, writing about games, for exposure, and I have too much time on my hands. I cheat on my girlfriend with many other women. That dopamine kick comes far more consistently from sex than it does from writing. I'm good at both, and I enjoy one more than the other, but I'm still not sure which. I think about video games when I don't want to think about how much of an asshole I've become. I write about how much of an asshole I've become, and people love it. I get double the dopamine kick. I hate myself. I think about video games to not think about it. I think about video games, but I don't play video games. I spend half my time looking for sex. There's no time for playing video games. I just think about them when I don't want to be thinking about sex. I can't sleep. It's 2000. My sister's boyfriend has just gotten a PlayStation 2. He shows it to me. He's got the typical games, Madden, NBA Live, but he's got this other game I've heard about called Red Faction. I play a little bit of it in his apartment. I don't want to stop playing it. It reminds me of Half-Life. My sister's ex-boyfriend, who I definitely liked more than this boyfriend, introduced me to Half-Life a couple of years ago. Red Faction is no Half-Life, but it's pretty cool, and it's enough to make me want a PlayStation 2. Next year, 2001, I'll go to prom with my friend Erin. I love Erin. I've never yet loved anyone the way I love Erin. I'm not even all that attracted to her. She's not my type, but I could talk to her for hours. I could listen to her talk for hours. I'd do anything for her. I respect her like I don't respect most girls. I feel like she loves me too. But she says it's not like that. It's fine, I say to myself, and to her, and to my friends. I'm at her house waiting for her to get ready for prom. Her new boyfriend is here. It's awkward because we had committed to going to prom together before she met this kid. I told her she could take him. She refuses and goes with me out of what feels like pity. I don't like him. He's condescending to her. He's playing State of Emergency on her family's PlayStation 2. This game looks like garbage. Maybe it's just that I think he's garbage and is rubbing off on the game. No, I'm pretty sure this game is garbage. Her and I don't talk much after that. I think she broke up with him a month later. I'm not sure. The year after that, 2002, I'll graduate. I'll move to Boston. I'll play a lot of Devil May Cry. I'll meet Christy. I'll question my sexuality. I'm living on $600 a month in a 3-bedroom apartment with 7 other people, and I have one video game. So I play a lot of it. I play a lot of Devil May Cry. I'll think about video games when I don't want to think about things that give me anxiety. I'll spend a lot of time with Christy. We have fun, but she also gives me anxiety. She kind of makes me feel like a child. I don't think it's completely her fault. I'm 18. I am a child. She's 5 years older than me, and I'm not ready for a steady girlfriend, but I don't really recognize that yet. I'm just happy to have one. I can't sleep. It's 1996. I just got a Nintendo 64 for Christmas. I'm flying around in a snowspeeder on Hoth in a galaxy far, far away. I'm not Han Solo or Luke Skywalker. I'm some guy named Dash Rendar, but I'm in awe. It's 3D. It's Star Wars. And it's not a very good game, but it's perfect. A few years later, 1999, I'm playing GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64 at summer camp that I work at. When I'm not in activities with the kids, I'm in the staff lodge playing GoldenEye with Jermaine and Sean. Jermaine is one of the coolest guys I've ever met. For a couple summers, he's one of my best friends. My sister's boyfriend is also at the camp. That's the boyfriend who introduced me to Half-Life. One night, we all stay up late, keeping watch while the kids sleep. We're sitting around the campfire, eating venison, telling stories, and listening to a police scanner. At one point, we catch the largest spider I've ever seen. It's one of the best nights of my life. That summer, I also meet Bridget, my first. On another night, her and I stay up talking as late as we're allowed and make out on the playscape. I don't think about video games much that summer. I sleep well and easy that summer. I can't sleep. It's 1993. I got a Super Nintendo for Christmas with The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. This game has grand adventure and a story, but it also has rain. That rain is blowing my 9-year-old mind. It's gorgeous, like nothing I've ever seen in a game before. I also get Mario Kart. My dad and I play Mario Kart together. It's the first game I've ever been able to beat my dad at. It's also the last game I think he ever enjoyed playing with me. When we're playing Mario Kart, my parents aren't fighting. When we're playing Mario Kart, I'm not getting lectured for not doing my homework. I know I should do my homework. I think about video games when I don't want to think about not doing my homework. My dad is pretty good at Mario Kart, but I'm better. My brothers have started to move away to college. I mean, they just went to Yukon, a half an hour away, but they're not there, home, to play with me or play basketball with me. I love playing basketball with my brothers, even when they don't let me win. I don't really like when they let me win, actually. I want to be better than them. I want to be able to shoot threes like Dave and do that behind the back crossover thing that Matt can do. I still can't do that. I think Matt will always be better at basketball than I am. At least I'm better at Mario Kart than my dad is. I can't sleep. It's 1989, Thanksgiving. My dad is playing Tetris on our Game Boy. He's a Tetris wizard. Me, the game's too hard. There's just too much stuff to manage. My dad, though, he can play it for hours. And this Thanksgiving, he is. My mom is getting food ready to bring to my Aunt Vera's house. We're going to be late because my dad is playing Tetris. My mom is getting angry like she does when my dad's kind of being a jerk. I see how video games can be a problem. Maybe my dad sees it too. Maybe that's why he'll never understand or fully embrace my love for them. Maybe it's why in high school he'll tell me they're a waste of time and then I'll never find a job in the video game industry. Maybe it's why he scoffs at the very idea of a video game industry. It won't last, he says. Maybe somebody said the same thing to him about music when he was younger. Maybe he doesn't want me to make the same mistakes he did. Soon, my dad quits Tetris. He goes back to watching Yukon basketball and listening to music to pass the time. I can't sleep. It's 1987, and it's my earliest memory of playing a video game. I'm standing up and playing Pitfall. At this age, I always stand up to play games for some reason. I'm holding the joystick attached to our wood grain Atari, attached to our wood grain JCPenney CRT TV. Nobody calls them CRT TVs though. They're just TVs. I'm jumping over pits and alligators and swinging on vines. This is kind of like that Indiana Jones movie my brothers like. I go down a pit and see a scorpion. The scorpion kills me. I really like this game. That's kind of it for this memory. It's pure and wonderful, and I don't want to ruin it. I can't sleep. It's 2020, and the PlayStation 5 is about to come out. It's November 4th at precisely 1:30 a.m., day after Election Day. As I write this, votes are still being counted. Joe Biden has a narrow lead in the Electoral College, but Trump just won Texas and Florida. I was asleep. God damn it, I was asleep. I had managed the difficult task of ignoring Twitter and fell asleep 3 hours ago, but I woke up in hopes of seeing good news. Now I'm desperately trying to think about the PlayStation 5 and how excited I am so that I can just fall back asleep. I want this all to be over so I can go back to being excited about the PlayStation 5 again. God damn it. It's 2020. The PlayStation 5 is about to come out, and I'm excited. I'm a better husband to Coley than I was to Christy. I'm still not perfect, but I think I'm better. She's better too. She's better for me. She's the love of my life, and that feels good. She sat outside a GameStop for me, waiting for hours in line. just for a PlayStation 5 pre-order, because she loves me and she's a better person than I am. I'm still working for a bank, a different one now, but I'm making some good money. I make enough to help my family stay comfortable. But Coley makes more than me, and I feel some shame about that. I stress a lot about work. I think about the PlayStation 5 when I don't want to stress about work. I understand my dad a little bit more now. I feel like I'm more and more like him every day. He worked for banks too. He always seemed so unhappy with his job. I hope I'm not like that. I think I am. I try not to think about it. I think about the PlayStation 5 instead. I think about the solid state drive making load times shorter. I think about how incredible Demon Souls looks. I think about Astro's Playroom and how much fun I'll have playing it with my daughter. I think about that new controller and haptic feedback and adaptive triggers. I think my dad won't like this very much. I think I'm sharing too much. I think I just had to write something. I don't write anymore. I don't have a place to write where anyone would read it anymore. I think I could make this into a video for YouTube. Throw some footage over top of it. Just put it out there. Maybe a few people will watch it. Maybe my dad will watch it. I kinda hope he does. Kinda hope he doesn't. But hey, PlayStation 5's coming out soon. I'm pretty excited about it. Maybe I'll try to go back to sleep.